game that kicks off at noon Eastern. That's going to be on the SEC network. The Devin Leary era officially begins for Kentucky as they're going to host Ball State. And another game that I think a lot of people will have eyes on. We talked about Tennessee. People want to see what Joe Melton looks like. People want to see what Devin Leary looks like for this Kentucky team. Looking around on this one, 26.5. Kentucky, the favorite here in this one. And, I guess, Brian, what are you seeing with this matchup? Because I think there's a lot of, and we said it, like there is a lot of hype around this Kentucky team, and I think a lot of it is warranted in terms of just looking at the roster and seeing all the weapons they have on offense. The defense should be very good. A lot to like about the Cats heading into a game with a Ball State team that could put up some points here, even against a good, I think, Kentucky defense, just given the fact that they've added Lane Hatcher to the mix, a very experienced quarterback, 10,000 passing yards in his career. Plus, they've added a really solid running back to replace Carson Steele, who's now at UCLA, and Marquez Cooper, who comes over from Kent State, ran for at least 1,200 yards and 11 touchdowns the past 2 seasons.
Yeah. So, Cooper is really good. Little small guy, but plenty of speed. 5'7", 184, first team All MAC last year. Lane Hatcher has been around Arkansas State, last year at Texas State, 12 starts, 2,653 passing yards with a 19-10 TDI&T ratio completed. 62% of his passes. So that's an upgrade for Ball State at the quarterback position. I will mention, when I look at MAC teams, Phil Steele's national unit rankings, he goes up to about anywhere from 58 to 65 on most position groups, and not many. Toledo normally gets ranked in like maybe 4 position groups, and maybe some other teams on special teams, but Ball State actually has 2 units that are ranked nationally, not high, but I will just note it. They're ranked 60th at running back, which has to do with Cooper, and their O-line is ranked 58th. Their win total is only 4.5. So that shows you the expectations are not that high. Last year they were 5-7 straight up, 6-6 against the spread. They returned 7 starters on both offense and defense, so 14 overall. They do play at Georgia next week, so this stat, nice start of the season. Since '98, they've faced 11 SEC teams. They're winless, and they're 4-7 against the spread. But now, granted, it was 22 years ago in 2001, but they did cover at Kentucky on a 28-20 loss as an 11 point underdog. They played Tennessee last year, did not cover as a 35.5-point dog, lost 59 to 10, and looks like that's the only FBS team that they played. They added 10 transfers, 4 that are Power 5. All right, so for Kentucky fans looking for some maybe off the beaten path bets rather than laying the big number, Kentucky is only -7 in the first quarter. I'm not really against that play. I haven't played it. My first quarter lines are not up yet, but if it's getting close to kickoff, and I think I'm going to have that game in my vision, I might would put a little on that. And the team total for Kentucky is 37.5, which is odds of -115, whether you go over or under. And the total touchdowns, and these are DraftKings, by the way, for Kentucky is 4.5. If you like the over, it's -125 price. You like the under, it is -115. But yeah, I think Devin Leary is going to have a really, really good season, and I think Kentucky will get off to a good start again. I'm not laying the big number. I might take -7 in the first quarter.